Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Inside the Mind of the Searching. And today, I would like to talk about something that really caught my eye today. As you can see from the title, how far should we go to say goodbye to a loved one? Well, so this morning, I opened up YouTube and I got a recommendation video on YouTube. Um, and the first thing that actually caught my eye from that video was the thumbnail. Very much intrigued by the thumbnail, and the thumbnail showed a woman crouched over towards a little girl, and the woman herself was wearing a VR headset. So I was already very much intrigued by that thumbnail, so I clicked on the video, and what the video actually shows was um, a mother um, that was talking to her daughter that passed away a couple years ago from leukemia. And it was a very beautiful and very sad video. Honestly, I cried a couple of times while watching it. But what I will do is that, excuse me, what I will do is probably I'll put a small part of that clip of that video into this recording so you guys can also see it. And then probably at the end I'll put the link in the description for you guys if you want to watch it yourself. So that's the story. The like I said, it was very emotional, but at the same time very beautiful. I think at a certain point, so the parents, they lost their daughter from leukemia, and in some way I think that the story went around the internet somehow, and it caught the eye of a VR company, I guess, and they probably contacted the parents and they probably want to do something for them. So what they basically done or have done is they created a VR character that looked like the little girl of the parents, and they probably invited the parents over to do this. How you see it? Um, well, they actually granted the mother to be able to say goodbye in a proper way to her little daughter. And like I mentioned, the video was very beautiful, very sad. I even had to cry a couple of times. Like I mentioned, it was very beautiful and very sad at the same time, because I do know how it feels to not being able to say goodbye to a loved one. And I think a lot of people out there had the same experience in their life. Never really had a proper way of saying goodbye. Um, I didn't really want to mention this before I started this recording, um, because I didn't really want to make it about me, but I wanted to share it anyway. Um, when I was around 18 years old, I lost both of my parents. My father passed away from throat cancer, and my mother passed away from a heart attack. And I never really had a proper way of saying goodbye to them, um, which still hurts me till this day on. Still having a really hard time with this. knowing it's already like been more than 10 years now. I'm still having a very hard time dealing with this on a daily basis. Um, but like I mentioned, I didn't want to make this video about me, but I felt in some way a connection with the mother in a way that she was able to interact with her passed away daughter through virtual reality. Um, and like I mentioned, I got a lot of questions about this. Like, how is this like really? Would it be healthy enough? Like, how do you have to like really feel? Like, I start to ask myself questions like, what if I would be in that position like the mother, and I would be able to say goodbye to my parents in this kind of way? How would I feel afterwards? And I think it's a very beautiful gesture what the company did. Very noble as well. But like, are you really mentally prepared for this? How do you prepare yourself for this mentally? So I found it very emotional, the video. Like I mentioned, I cried a couple of times. But at the same time, it was very beautiful. And I know I'm repeating my words right now because I'm still a little bit shocked by this. And that's how this title actually came to mind. Like, how far would we go to say goodbye to a loved one? Like, is it really that important? Maybe important is not really the correct word actually. But like, do you really would like to put yourself in that position to grant yourself that one moment to actually say goodbye to a loved one you never had a chance to say goodbye to? So in some way I felt connected with the mother, definitely. But at the same time, I think it wouldn't really help me if I would be in her place, because like I mentioned, like, I think you have to be really mentally prepared for this to really know that, okay, this is gonna happen. I will be seeing that loved one again, and I can still talk to that loved one for a couple of minutes and say what I want to say, and then have a proper goodbye. But at the other hand, we also have to realize that this person is not real. It's virtual reality, and I think virtual reality can mess with your brain, especially when it comes to this kind of platform, because virtual reality is not really reality. And I think mentally it must be heartbreaking as well to deal with this. So I think I don't want to say too much about it. Like I wouldn't really see. I don't really agree with the method. It's like a knife that cuts on both sides. You know, it's like I would like to have that chance, but at the same time, would I be able to say really goodbye, you know? Because you have to tell yourself, like, okay, I have this moment, I have this chance to talk to somebody that I loved, but is dead, who has passed away. And I really have to tell myself that this is really the last time. And what I want to see is what I will have to see. And then also really say goodbye to that person. So I think it was a very beautiful gesture for what the company did for the parents. And I don't really want to talk in the woman's name that she wasn't going to be able to say goodbye. Because I think it would linger on. In my opinion, it would keep lingering on. Like, I would like to go back to that virtual reality state of mind. Because it's possible, you know, it's out there. And I think I wouldn't really be surprised if this would be something that would come up on the market, if that actually will be possible for people to keep visiting this virtual reality, to keep talking to their loved ones that they have lost. I think there would be some technology later on that would come on the market for this, definitely. The technology is there, definitely. But is it really healthy? I think that's the question that we should ask ourselves. And I think everybody, lost a loved one at least once in his life. It could be a friend, it could be a parent, it could be a brother or a sister, maybe a pet even. It could be a lot of things, you know. Each person is different, each person deals with it in a different way. So I think I'm gonna stop it here, because I'm still quite impressed by this video. I'm still a little bit emotional about it. So let me know if you have any opinions about this. We really would like to hear it from you guys. You don't have to, but if you want to share something, you can always do it in the comment section. And thank you very much for listening to me. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.